Okie dokie. Quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret some news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours.
That's right.
That's
right.
A day.
It's what? Taco Tuesday. That's right here on the lot. It is Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021, and boy, how time flies. Halfway through the year, and we still have no idea what direction this game is going. But we are 2 days away from release 91.
Direction? What is direction, man?
Direction? What? Huh? Where? Who? What?
Where are we going? And I'm thinking that Econdas wants me to like reset that and open that up, so that way he can do something.
Open giveaways. What?
Mm-hmm. And Bridget Royal says that you have no sound.
No sound.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Sound is going through. It's going through the radio. I see it going through the whatchamacallit.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Treasure Pile's like, I hear you guys fine. I think Bridget Royal's just being Bridget Royal and
Bridget Royal's got his mute on is what his problem is. That's what I think his problem is. He's got his mute on. Must have muted us when he was
didn't even
something.
Make it through the intro without complaining. I think that's a record.
Didn't make it. Now, of course, I don't even see my channel showing up in the actual live channels at this point, so I don't know what the hell's going on with that either.
You know, there's always a delay on that anyway.
Yeah, well, that was 5 minutes ago, for crying out loud. The delay should have been,
Hey.
Yeah,
okay, let's see. I am halfway there to a payout.
Halfway.
Yeah, halfway to a payout according to Twitch. Because I refreshed the wrong page. I was looking for the list of streamers.
Streamers.
Of course, I did start off a little bit earlier than you did.
It's true.
Yeah, it's showing only myself and Lineman King.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Well, Mom says she sees us both, so that's all that matters. And people are coming in. We've got the announcements out, so what are we going to be doing today? We got some topics to talk about. We've got some follow-up to do from yesterday's topics.
We're going to talk about that. All those tweets out there.
All those tweets.
A considerable amount of tweets.
And that amazing direction. What direction?
Yeah.
What direction?
18 hours ago, Chris tweeted out that he rushed things along, so hopefully he didn't break anything, but new QA build should be live.
But what's in it? What's in it? I love these new QA publishers, but we'd like to know what's in them.
You know what? You're implying that things like directions on what we're supposed to be testing and what's available is important.
Should be posted someplace like QA testing directives, something like that.
Yeah.
Is lucky for us though. I didn't drop this in there, but I will drop this here in just a second. There it is. Let me get this here because Coswald, for some reason, has been able to do some kind of follow-up on all this, and I'll drop this as a topic. So maybe we should start with this today, and then we'll follow up on some other stuff and some other topics that we've got.
Okay.
And he is now just adding, apparently, to this.
He's just experimenting things. But QA build 1213, crafting jewels are in. Tested on a few crafting rings, epic versions of which are split into 3 jewels to give plus 30 bonus to Masterworks, cooking, or alchemy enchant as appropriate. This moves the max bonus from these items from 22 old epic dual epic rings to 30 total. New epic rings are plus 10 now, but so is a jewel that comes from, on average, only 2 uncommon ranks. Cooldowns on certain potions and dynamic slots reduced, somewhat contrary to the implied changes in earlier tweets. Imbued restoration potions, for instance, now sport a 30-second cooldown in place of a 60-second cooldown. This seems very likely to be reversed or revised in some other ways. And here's a link to the tweet from Chris saying, number of potions had no cooldown set when in dynamic mode. That's going to be revised. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's still got me scratching my head. So when they say in dynamic mode, I just don't understand what they mean by in dynamic mode. When you put a potion in your bar, you don't get nothing but the potion in your bar, right? So there isn't a floating, rotating, random potion that comes up, right? They're only in that mode, correct?
You know what? It's a different pot, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, let someone chug 10,000 potions in a second. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't change the game that much because it takes time to quaff a potion.
Quaff.
And that's exactly. The other thing is, remember that all those potions were supposed to have alcohol in them, and so that was going to be the negative effect associated with drinking those potions. To where if you chugged a bunch of them, then it would have negative effects unless you waited that amount of time. But like all things, we forget our design documents on how things are supposed to work, and instead we put a 30, 60, 90, 10-hour long delay between potion usage. And Z of Silverdale is except in PvP, it's build in that negative effect for those potions.
Again, there's where it comes into, that's based on your perspective. If you can do it and your opponent can do it, then that makes it even, right? So both of you can actually do it. So why is there an exception there? There should be zero exception. Just because your opponent's doing it and you're not doing it, well, that's your choice if you're not doing it, if you're able to. So, it's one of those things that I got to call BS on because, again, if it can be done by one, it can be done by both. Then if both aren't doing it, well, then that's, that's
well,
your
I mean,
play style coming into effect.
then it becomes who can chug the most potions.
Who can chug them quicker? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a potion chugging contest, but like that's where it's like those negative effects associated with alcohol need to be included in potions. And as the more potions you drink, the more alcohol impairment you're dealing with. Unless you space it out. Yeah.
My bot's not connected, which is probably why it wasn't doing anything. So.
Oh.
Which is surprising because didn't we just both go through that on Sunday night while we were resetting things up and turn everything on and check leave this valid for the next month? Hello. I'm sitting here wondering why I can't refresh and update my stream information and make sure that it's all updated properly, and it's not letting me do anything, and I'm going, what the hell's going on there? But
yeah, it's got
now you should be able to type exclamation I love free shit, and let's see, first person to do that, make sure it goes in, or am I gonna have to close it and reopen it? Nope, there it is. Econ this guy in now.
There it is. Yeah.
Anybody who's typed it in prior to this needs to do it again to get themselves in, and of course. That was another thing that apparently my bar there is not up to date, even though I updated it. Let's reset that goal again, and
you got to do that on the slobs page.
The other thing it's not resetting here on the actual page. Yeah. Again, I don't know why. I just don't know why things are not cooperating today.
Yeah.
Okay, Laz broke it.
And then also Coswald is reporting that collision changes while walking means fewer hangups in some areas we tested. Spectral Mine, Central Brittany with the curbs, Yannaford. Ruined Keep, even jumping up to the destroyers in the Panopticon was somewhat smoother. Why this would be a great change, it's relatively a minor change as far as what they're doing as far as walking and elevation changes impairing movement. It's relatively minor. I mean, for example, here is this dead body on our lot that is a container where there is a spot to where I get blocked running through him.
You're not running through him. Yeah, you just get stuck there.
I mean, just one spot, but realistically, it's like, I can't run over this ether amplifier. It's a blocking device. I have to jump over it.
The ether amplifier, you don't have that problem with, do you?
Yeah, I run.
Oh no, there it goes. I ran right through it the first time.
No, you ran around it.
Yeah, same thing with the body. Now the body's stuck. Well, it depends on which way I'm going, it seems. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, it's only portions of the body that are blockers.
So yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's that RNG3. One out of 3 times it may block you. 1 out of 3 times it may not. Right? But
that is something where it's like. That's relatively a minor inconvenience to have a obstacle in a path that would slow you down. It's relatively a minor inconvenience. But it's a substantial quality of life improvement. It's really not. Let's see. And let's go back to Coswald's post. On a side note, I've mostly taken to saying we tested and we notice and whatnot in these posts. Much of the poking I do on QA is on Twitch stream, and what I type up here is what we all find as a group of running around and thinking of things to look at together. As an example, Dorn Slate helped me test healing modifier efficacy on potions, as did Estramo. Gwendolyn suggested testing the stumbling changes in the Panopticon. Justin mentioned the nasty curbs in Central Brittany, and the list goes on. I just wanted to take a second to thank everyone that helps in this. Thank you all. So thank you, Coswald, for testing stuff without having much more clarified testing directives coming from Portnip. Yes. Hey, man. As long as we don't have that bug come back, because Z's like, unless it affects horses, they get caught all the time on these smallest things. As long as it's not the old tripping bug that would kill you instantly.
Oh, he's one of our favorites.
Yeah. Because that did exist for a while. And came back.
Yeah, well, I remember the days when we just had our lot and we would sit down by the lot, down by the trainer, and we'd watch people come take that corner and all of a sudden fall on their face and die. And that was it. We'd sit there all day just watching people kill themselves, tripping over their own fucking feet, which was just funny as all get out. And of course, we would do nothing but, sit on the lot like we do now. We just sit on the lot and do what we do. And, sit there, point and laugh. Go, tee-hee. You got to tie those shoelaces, buddy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I've reset that goal 3 times already, and it's still not working. Still not working. Don't know why. Don't know why. Let's see. Let's refresh the bit goal. See what that's got to do.
I don't know.
Refresh the cache and still nothing. I don't know. Slobs is being a PETA today, so whatever it is, it is. But anyway, that's what Coswald has got for us on testing directives because we don't get them from Catnip. Catnip doesn't tell us what to go test. They just tell us that there's a new QA out there, and you just figure out what we've added and what we haven't. Because we're supposed to be psychotic or something like that. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay.
But anyway, moving right along. We want to go back to a topic from yesterday and talk about public vendors and why they are not popular, or do we want to
I
talk
closed
about
all those tabs.
Well, you only need the one, and if you don't have that one, I'll be more than happy to provide you with that one because, of course, more people chimed in on that
Z
topic.
did send you a chat this morning, so if you want to bring that up as well.
He just said that, so let's see. Z, we're just going to go ahead and put this up here. You got the same thing, I'm guessing? He sent you...
No, he did not send it to me. He only sent it to you.
Okay, well then I'm going to share it with Jack so that he can... or do you want to send him this... Do you want to send him the same thing, Z? I'll let you figure that out here.
Okay, but the universal vendor with price. Blah. Scooby-Doo's like 1,000 times yes to vendor search. Just do it already. I no longer shop because I don't have hours to waste. I'm better off messaging CC and paying a commission. He'll find what I'm looking for or let me know where to go.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, which is also true. But CC sometimes doesn't have the best prices.
Hey, that's fine. It is one where it's like,
well,
hey,
we discussed
time is
this
money.
Yesterday. We discussed
time
that
is
yesterday
money.
as well. Whereas, and this was before the prices of reagents that you could harvest changed to next to nothing. I would rather have paid Mom, which I did religiously a little bit more because service with a smile. I could place an order with mom, and mom would make sure that that order was fulfilled. And when she had it all ready, she'd send me a little message, and it would be sitting on her vendor for me to go fetch at my convenience. So I didn't even have to, meet up with her in game. She would just send me a message and say, your order's ready. And whenever I logged in, I got the message, and I would go and happily collect my goods, and I'd pay her asking price, and everybody was a happy camper because that's why you build relationships with vendors in the real life. We were talking about, and again, I was talking with Necronut yesterday, and we got a couple good laughs together because Necronut is really in it just for argument's sake. While he's got his good points on it as well, he loves a good argument, as do I. When it comes to certain things and how they should be, and his points are just as valid as anybody else's points. But again, are we going to ruin things by doing it certain ways or not? Is another question. Now, where was Scooby Doo's commentary? Is that new commentary?
It's right above yours. And where your post with all goods gathering the wild will be reduced to nothing, wood, clay, or beetles hide to it. So that was from yesterday.
Oh, you're on page 2.
Hey man, I'm on page something or other. So you just want me to go to page 4?
Well, we left off on page 3 when we were talking about where was it? Where did we get to on page 3?
Or do you want to go with your time equals money?
Let's get,
time equals money.
Yeah, we can go after that because we covered all that, and we covered Necronuts there. Then Scooby Doo. Yeah, Scooby Doo says, Laz, I want to buy some of those items you mentioned. Can you tell me which item has those available for sale? Necronut, yeah, we covered the balance issues there. But then, starting with Cece, I guess. After that,
gotta go find that. I mean, there's a lot of back and forth between Necronut and everybody else. Hey, you're gonna find Scooby's. Vendor search within the same town will also work. It's a win for players and POTs. 80% of the time is trying to find all the vendors within a town, and also the vendor UI needs to be fixed.
Yes. We need a good pass, which you're about to see, I think, when we get this new sorting system, and I think is also going to affect vendor UI. Not 100% positive on that,
but at the same time, Necronut turns around and conflates and actually. CC does agree that CC actually wants that vendor search with prices as well.
CC doesn't mention anything about price in that. He just says vendor search.
Necronut
says the one who says universal with prices.
Read CC's next response. If by vendor search within the same town you mean universal search with prices, then CC says, yep, with prices. So, yes.
Sentinel, we did cover yesterday. How about this, a vendor search without prices? At which point I said, that's I'm all for. I am not against a vendor search tool. I'm just against a vendor search tool with prices. Let's see. Did you get all this?
What I dislike about this solution is that only thing that does is reduce the amount of vendors you're looking through, but you will end up looking for the cheapest price. Who wouldn't? So why not just put the price in right away so you know where you're going? Why are we looking for solutions to keep the time wasted in-game high? Who even likes spending hours running around looking at vendors? No one.
And there's a key that everybody forgets about. In order to keep things running, you need this thing in a game. You've heard of gold sinks? Well, we have time sinks. And time sinks are an essential part of any game in order to keep you occupied and playing and logged into the freaking game. So if you don't have any time sinks, or you can just come in, look for what you're looking for in the search, buy it, and get the hell out of the game, there are no time sinks in the game, which means you're not dedicating time to the game, which means the metrics go down, which means nobody's playing the game because nobody has to play the game because they can just find what they want and get the hell out of Dodge.
There is that sunk time sink of teleporting, taking a minute for that scene transition. Ooh.
Well, that's depending on your machine. Teleport now has been reduced to mere seconds for most people. I don't know why, with the monster of a machine you have, it still takes you upwards of a minute to teleport to a scene. I just have no idea. Yeah,
a minute.
Azorian, I tend to agree, especially when it comes down to, and most part, it's for armor. I will go ahead and load up my character in the armor that I use, and then I will go in search of replacement armors. And usually, I'm not in search of because my armor is broken. That's another whole topic that we can derail this train onto as well if we wish. But anytime I come across a merchant selling bone armor that has anything that's plus 10 and above, I stop and I start comparing to the armor that I have. Now, just to give you guys an idea, let me switch into
that. When it comes to like that vendor search with gear, are they going to display every single one of the attributes associated with that gear?
Well, see, that's an interesting conundrum. Is it just going,
or is it going to just be bone armor
to say, yeah, right,
without the attributes?
The one piece that I've traded out was my chest armor here, and I guess I have to get a little further up here so you can actually see
the reason I asked that is, remember, like, I can bring up my paper doll and I can actually see actual statistics, or I should say, what attributes are associated with that armor. But if I look at yours, I don't get all of the actual.
You shouldn't even be able to tell what armor I'm wearing. Personally, that was another promise that was broken.
Hey, man, that Elven Elite Archer leggings, bone leggings. So
yeah,
but at the same time, I don't see what kind of
bonuses or
information you're really looking for.
Now,
it's like,
again, as I'm just showing up what my chest armor is. The only thing that I don't have in bone on me is the chainmail chest armor, and you're going to see that that's a plus 17, which is.
Oh, I don't see that. I
know that, but I'm explaining this to everybody because most people very rarely come across a plus 17. This has 134.9. I want to just say 135 health. Bonus on this with a 14.3 strength. It's got an intelligence bonus. It's got a high damage resistance bonus, and it's got a damage avoidance bonus to make it one hell of a piece of equipment. So, of course, if I see something, I say above plus 10, I'm going to go down to my other stuff here. My leggings are plus 17. My gauntlets are plus 7. My boots are plus 9. You get the idea. Anything above plus 10, I'm looking at, because sometimes a plus 10 is better than a plus 15 if it's the right build and it's got the right bonuses on it. So whenever I see somebody who's got plus 10 or better armor, I stop and I browse. I throw my armor on, and then I sit there and I compare my armor to see what the stats are. But it's been a long time since I've come across anything better than what I'm wearing. And as you can see, the durabilities, I've got 62 on my chest. On my leggings, I've got a max 31. I'm sitting at 19 out of 21 right now with how many repairs? Major repairs? 0 major repairs. I've had this armor forever. My bracers, with the bonus of a max of 75, I'm at 48 of 50 right now with 2 major repairs. So I've done some repairs on this, but again, and my boots, I'm at 60 of 61 with a max of 86. and 0 major repairs. So you can understand that I've done no major repairs to these items for the most part, except for my gauntlets, and they're just a +7, easily replaceable because +7s, 9, 8s, 9s, and 10s are easy to find out there. But again, in the major repairs category, even my chest armor, I've got a max of 170 on this bad boy. Well, it says 170 is what it was, minus the whatchamacallits. Max of 82.
Man, I would like it if the shit actually fit on my window.
Yeah, well, sometimes
Like,
that
like
helps.
yeah. So like if I move like my paper doll to, like, to the middle of my page and then I try to expand something,
Yeah, you got to bring it all the
it
way to the top of the page so that you can see it all.
yeah. It's like,
But
yeah.
again, yeah, the devil's in the details, Tina. That's right. Devils may be in the details.
Yeah.
Is he just gonna say bone legging armor? And do you know what the is it gonna list the properties, or are you still gonna have to go sit there and dick around? Is it only gonna be good for things like reagents, wood, copper, ores, stuff like that?
But it's one where it's like, as soon as you start listing all those prices, it's the player economy is, you're not really making any profit because everybody's going to start selling everything at 1 gold over.
Well, yeah,
If
slightly
that,
slightly above
like,
cost. Yeah.
reagents aren't even sold at 1 gold over actual cost.
No,
They are a
they're
very small fraction.
and again, it's profitable if you're selling hundreds of thousands of those at 1.4 to
Yeah.
1.7 gold pieces each. But you know what? It was a
Only
lot
if you have
better.
a buyer. Only if you have a
It was
buyer.
a lot better when you were selling them for 3 and 4 gold pieces a piece.
Yes.
And
Lineman
you
King,
had
thank
nice
you for
price.
that raid.
A whole one raider. Yay!
Woo. It's all good, man. It's all good.
It is. It is. A raid's a raid's a raid.
Yep. But yes, but when it comes to that, it's that vendor search with prices actually is bad for the player economy as far as a seller goes. It's fantastic for a buyer, bad for a seller.
Now let's go to Tirag and what Tirag's got to say, because Tirag brings up an interesting point that people are going to argue against as well.
I'm not sure if it's been said or not. I really believe the greatest hesitation here on the dead side is that a global search will decrease the importance of vendor towns. While they may be true, it will bring attention to many other towns that are previously not visited, as people will move their vendors to their own pots, which can be a lot of fun. As for a compromise to global searching, maybe it can be offset by paying a fee in gold pieces for the global search. Pay a small fee and get a town search, thus not defeating the value of vendor towns. Pay a much larger fee Y and get a global search. That way, if you don't want to pay global gold pieces, you can do an old school quest for an item by traveling vendor to vendor. If you go to Britmart, you can pay a fee and search for it there, or you can nuke it from orbit and pay the much larger fee and global search. I'm fine with that just because it's a gold sink.
Again, but it would have to be a major gold sink. And yesterday I threw out the number of 1,000 gold. Maybe for 1,000 gold you would get to search the town. But if you wanted a global feature, I would say 20,000, 25,000 gold, and you can search every town in the world.
Hey man, but
make it
make it a major gold sink. And it is one where it's like, you have to remember the adding the prices actually hurts the seller. Because time is money. And thank you for that follow there, Lineman King.
I'm not taking a
And so
position, but you're taking a position by commenting.
If you're not taking a position, why are you even posted?
Yeah.
I'm not taking a position in this. I just want to explain the number reason why people are against aggregated pricing in just 2 words: local economy. One of the main promises in soda from the beginning was that it would have local/regional economies. The moment the prices are shown, that promise is lost. That was related to NPC pricing and NPC services, what they were doing, because you were only supposed to get
an NPC
resources
goods
in one specific area, and then you would have to go travel
only find
around.
This armor in this area. You can only find this flour in this area. You can only find this grain in that area, which we blew out the water when we made universal vendors allow you to buy everything.
Yeah.
The full-size container ship has sailed on that one. That's right.
The full-size container ship. Yeah. The moment all the prices are shown, that promise is lost. Nobody can debate that. However, there is plenty that can be debated if there aren't enough players to make local economies viable. Yes, we need players. We need players. Yeah. We need players, and we need to do everything to recruit them. And I really don't think that the amount of time and effort that's spent with a vendor search is going to recruit any new players. And right now, the way it's set up, the new players can't afford to get the stuff they need with high prices. That is true, but I also think that the prices should be higher on crafted goods.
Absolutely. And mom, if you're gonna do that, then I say do both. In order to find it, you have to pay a fee to find that best price, and then if you want to instantly teleport to said vendor, that's another price on top of that. But not 50
and
gold.
No way it should be 50 gold.
50
no way it should be 50.
Yeah. You want to instantly teleport to that vendor, you're going to be paying through the nose to get an instant teleport directly to that vendor. I'm sorry. Again, we screwed the pooch on housing.
Gold you're going to come out of it.
Huh?
If you start charging 20,000 gold to do a search, who's going to use it? And then the whole point of the whole vendor search is gone. Let them search. You want to go to the vendor? You pay the tiny ass little fee. People are going to pay it through the freaking nose because it's convenient, and all of that gold comes out, and people are getting sales in places they normally don't get sales.
Right, but
nobody's overthinking the whole darn thing.
If you recall the fact that
make it cheap.
We're creating 30 million gold a week, and we're only taking out 7 million gold a month. 50 gold is not going to cut it. People have the gold out there, and people need to be spending that gold in gold sinks, especially at those numbers. If you're searching
for an item, you're going to 3 and 4 and 5 different vendors.
Not if you know exactly where you're going.
More than you think.
Not if you know exactly where you're going.
And the way it currently works is if you're spending time going to multiple towns in order to look at different vendors,
I'm going to point out
you not just have a
there.
time sink, but you also have an item sink, especially if you're teleporting to those towns.
At this point in time, the average cost of a teleport scroll is between 100 and 150 gold. So it would cost you 100 or 150 gold just to use the scroll. So you want to undercut that by making it 50 gold to teleport directly.
So
why don't you just kill the scroll business?
I don't care, but 20,000 gold is stupid. You want to make it convenient for people to use.
The search. No, again, we're against the idea of the price search to begin with. So if you're going to put that in...
I'm not necessarily talking with prices. That's why you need to make it easy. You go to this vendor, check out this price. Go to this vendor, check out this price. Do you know how many little diamond in the rough vendors I've found from a system like that?
And that's why we need map marking. Hello, map marking, so that you can mark your favorite vendors and you can go back to those places. Because I've found really great deals, and then I've forgotten where the hell I've gotten them. And I had to go in search of again. Sometimes I get lucky and I find them. Sometimes I don't get lucky and I have to find a new source. So map marking is something that would solve a lot of those problems for those diamond in the rough vendors first.
And the other thing about that is we already have a trade chat established for people to sit there and
that's the other thing I
advertise
don't
their shops.
understand is that when I'm looking for something in particular and I went to the crafting towns real quick to do a search and I don't find it, I just go on trade chat, which I probably should have done in the first place. But again, I like to go around and look at the vendors and see what they're selling. Sometimes I'll make that impulse purchase because they'll have a purple dragon head or they'll have something that I want as a deco that I'll pick up. So I might not have been looking for it, but while I was perusing the vendors, I said, oh, this looks nice and shiny. I want this little bauble and I'll pay for it while I'm out there shopping. So yeah, exactly that. If you know where you're going. Now, on the other hand, Mom, if we're just doing a global search without prices, and you're talking about a fee to go to each of those vendors just to search those prices, that has another whole stance on it by itself. Which
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Headblade's like going straight to the UO aspect with recall runes for vendors.
Yeah, well, again, that while we can't do that directly, again, I still never understood the teleport to friend bringing you to the main entrance of a fucking town.
Yeah. Remember that when we initially started zoning, because that's what it was originally, /zone, and then you would zone to input a player name. We were told that was a developer command that we are going to completely get rid of it. Then they did the teleport to zone scrolls, then the teleport to friend scrolls. Well, essentially, if you've been to a zone once, it's already in your zone list. So it's like we're still being given access to developer tools.
Now, again, I like Mom's point. If it's just a global search without pricing, again, Mom, this can be done both ways as well. Put the global search in. Normally, you can do that and then pay a small fee to teleport to each one of those vendors. But again, to top that off, if you want to see the pricing, you pay a 20,000 gold fee, or a 5,000 gold fee to see what's in that town, a 25,000 gold fee to see worldwide, and then you pay your fee to teleport to that said vendor. So I see both aspects of that being able to be gold synced as well.
There's a whole other aspect that could be added. I'm going to age myself here. Star Wars Galaxies had an entire merchant skill branch. And the higher you were, the more you could do. So
that would be great if only we had these skills.
As I said,
but this is one where everybody's a GM of everything. We need some sort of means of not everybody can GM this skill.
Well, that's what I thought. Going past GM in blacksmithy was going to be the point. If you remember back in UO, you always suck out. You suck out. Is that right? You went in search of the best.
You do a lot of sucking out of things. So.
You went to seek out the best blacksmith for your armor repair because you couldn't repair your own armor unless you were a blacksmith. But if there was the best blacksmith got all the business because they didn't rip you off by telling you your stuff got destroyed and kept it for themselves. They actually repaired your shit and gave it back to you for a fee. Some guys were, unscrupulous.
And your shit got destroyed if it completely broke.
Yeah, well, that too. But some guys were unscrupulous and they would say that they destroyed it trying to repair it, which would happen from time to time. And they would keep your really good equipment and, say, screw you, I've got your equipment now, but you wouldn't know that because you weren't the blacksmith. So that trusted smith was a really great commodity in the game. Now, in this game, as
everybody's a GM of everything.
Everybody's a GM, right?
There's no reason that I should be a GM in 100 different skills. That other people are GMs literally of every single skill tree there is, and every single skill.
To again bring up my my armor here real quick, because I believe most of my armor is from the same person, and I'm just going to verify that here, because no, it's not, as a matter of fact, but half of it is, half of it isn't. And for those of you who don't know, Elrond is one hell of a crafter and usually has some really killer equipment out there, including this chess piece. So I like to go search his vendors, again, because he makes the right shit with the right bonuses on it. One, does he charge through the nose for his equipment? Yes, he does. A lot of people complain about that, but you know what? I'm not complaining about it.
Time is money.
I'm not complaining about it when I'm getting 135 health added to my armor with a 14.3 strength bonus and damage avoidance and damage resistance and an intelligence bonus with spell crit on top of that, because he hit all the right things that a fighter wants in their equipment, and he takes the time to get it there. So did I pay through the nose for that chess piece? A couple $100,000? You better believe I did. Was it worth it? It was worth every gold piece to do that. And again, it's just one of them things that you find that right crafter, you find that right person, and you forge those relationships.
Yeah, and mom is having a side conversation. Like saying, this is a problem for another day. People here can do everything, so they don't bother getting things from dedicated crafters if they don't have to. Z's like, we need a specialization for crafting, and they were going to until complaints. I had worked up several characters to be ready and then didn't need them. This is one where it's like, you can't expect in a multiplayer game for people to be able to GM everything. One of the premises of the game was you could be a merchant if you wanted to. You didn't have to leave a town. You could spend all of your time crafting and doing whatever. Someone else can go out and gather those resources for you, and you have this player economy in place where players are exchanging goods. That is completely unnecessary in Shroud, and that is actually detrimental to the game because you don't have to research or spend time with dedicated resources. Like, you want that player to actually go out and craft all your potions. You would have an alchemist. You wanted that player to sit there and craft all your scrolls. I mean, doing that scribe work.
We were talking about player hubs the other day, where players would gather and meet. And of course, again, something like that would make for excellent player hubs. If you had to go seek out master crafters, there would be a lot of people hanging around the blacksmiths area waiting for equipment to be made. If you had to seek out master alchemists, you'd have people, and those hubs would create themselves. But you gotta thank Maynard for a sub with the Prime. He says, sorry guys, but the damn commercial breaks are killing me. Yes, if you sub, you're supposed to be commercial free, and I've heard tell that doesn't work sometimes. So it may not work today, Maynard, but just let me know. But you're usually subbed up every month. I don't know what your holdup was this month. And then Waldo on both sides with 200 bits, which is going to give us a pause for a couple quotes.
The Justice TV does actually say, why not? I think we are able to be capable of becoming masters of everything. One may become a master of the universe. Unfortunately, the old premise was originally it was going to take you a year
to GM
of
one
grinding
skill. One skill.
In GM one skill.
Now we have the 4-minute GM.
Then we actually did have the server wipe at the beginning of launch and persistence and the very first GM was in less than a week. Since then, people have acquired massive amounts of pools and min-maxed everything, and now you can GM a skill in a few hours.
Okay. Anyway, on to a game of marbles. Thanks to Maynard. We're running close on time anyway, and we've got quotes for Waldo, so I'm going to start it off. Quotes from Lazarus Long. A motion to adjourn is always in order.
And I'm looking for a deep thought by Jack Handy. Oh man, deep thoughts by Jack Handy. Let's go to this and find a deep thought. Oh, this one looks exciting. Deep thoughts by Jack Handy. Contrary to what most people say, the most dangerous animal in the world is not the lion or the tiger or even the elephant. It's a shark riding on an elephant's back, just trampling and eating everything they see. Deep thoughts by Jack Handy.
That's interesting because I was going to use this quote by Lazarus, which is, by the data to date, there is only one animal in the galaxy dangerous to man, and that's man himself. So he must supply his own indispensable competition. He has no enemy to help him. And hey,
sharks with lasers riding on an elephant's back. But we are going to marbles. And did we pick a map?
Random.
Did we pick?
Random. I actually just clicked on one that was the lucky few because it was close. And then Nefarious Dark subscribed with Prime. 2 months, currently on a 1 month streak. Thank you, Nefarious. And kicking off a hype train. Justice TV show with another 100 bits.
And KGB Romeo wants to know, how do you GM a skill in a few hours? One, you turn all of your skills down to down, and or suspend them. Do not learn any of the skills where it's got the little minus bar, not the down arrow, because we don't want to lose those skills. But not training for every single one of those skills. You build up an XP pool, then you turn around and turn up one skill. And if you're in one of those grindy groups where they learn, do 8 million XP an hour or more, because players less than adventurer level 100
let's
so
just make
do
it
not
real
have
simple.
a attenuation.
Yes, you gain a lot of experience, you quaff a potion, you get somebody who's a GM, and you sit there and train with the potion with the GM while you have it, boom, 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 because we ain't got time for this. Let's click start, because we've got three games to go.
1, start. We're not.
Which we're probably not going to get in, that's right.
No, we can't do that in 7 minutes, because it's 69 seconds just to, after we click start. And I'm doing Eye of the Storm too.
500 bits.
Eye of the Storm.
Thank you, Waldo, for another 200 bits. We're at level 2, hype train 28%, which means we're going to be giving away a copy of Narcos, Rise of the Cartels. It's a $30 game at the end of the stream, along with our regular giveaway. Plus, we'll be doing giveaways at the end of this race. So there's at least 3 giveaways coming up. If we can get a second race in, we'll do 4. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And min-maxing is, to me, not a really good way to play the game anyways. I actually GM'd a skill by having an adventurer level 7 and just crafting with 0 skill.
I like the old UO version of skill gain.
Yeah.
You swing your sword, you gain experience. You
swords.
Swing your no. You gain experience.
Well, actually, you gain swords and tactics. It's a couple of skills.
You understand, yes.
Yeah, but it's ancillary skills. Whereas in Shroud, you swing your sword and you learn
horseback riding.
Taming. Horseback riding. It's like, what is the associated skills that I'm also learning here? Well, it's anything that will go up.
There's the adventure skills pool. In NUO, there
Yeah,
was no freaking pool. You swung your sword, you gained experience in
yeah.
whatever your skills were. You practiced
And
magery
thank
and you
you
gained experience. You didn't need to have
for that follow.
all this stuff. You didn't have all these numbers. And again, it's getting to the point where you really have to be a major mathematician to understand how half of this stuff works because, gems have become ridiculous. Food has become ridiculous. As somebody pointed out, there are so many foods out there that if you put two of each on a vendor, you wouldn't be able to put them all on a vendor because there aren't enough slots for
Yeah.
just putting two of each food on a vendor. Headblade, name I'm not
And thank you,
familiar with it.
KGB Romeo, for that follow.
Welcome, Headblade,
And Maynard is
in the
in
lead.
the lead on my stream, but Maynard missed a jump, so he was ejected. I missed the jump. I was ejected. Laz and KGB Romeo are in the lead now. KGB Romeo has the lead. Yes, the indirection was a mistake.
Little over a minute left on that hype train. Get us to level 3. We'll do another mystery game key. Not a mystery. Get us to level 3. We'll be giving away a copy of Styx, Master of Shadows.
Ah, shit. And a coworker wants a call. Wait.
Tell him wait 5
Can
minutes.
we be? Hold on. I got to do a work call. Let's see. Hopefully. And it looks like KGB Romeo is going to win this. So I need your in-game name if you send that to me in case you win. So let's see if my coworker calls. Make him wait 4 minutes. Unfortunately, he has another call that starts in that 4 minutes that
And
I'm
I
trying to
come in
get
for
rid
the
of.
win. So nobody's
And-
getting any scrolls. Synesis just
Yeah.
gets ejected. Headblade was
And
ejected.
KGB Romeo, and he did say this is going to be a 30-second call. So let's see how quick we can be.
Treasure pile.
KGB Romeo, I do need your in-game name. So please send
Thank
that
you
over to me
400
so that way I
bits.
can send you some scrolls. And what map are we going to now, Laz?
We're going to do another random map. So once it
Another
finishes up,
random. Okay. So
do
are
your
we
call and
ready?
we'll do that. No, because I've still got mine. I've got mine running. I can't start it until it finishes. Take your call.
Come on, man. You're gonna have to. Let's see. Hold on. Here. Let me start the call, and then you're gonna have to count it down whenever you're ready.
I will do the 3, 2, 1 for you. Just pay attention. I know it's hard. But meanwhile, while we're doing that, we're going to close the giveaway. We're going to pick ourselves a winner. And Tina is the winner of the first giveaway. That's right. Choo choo. Hype train is over. And we're going to find out what Tina won here in just a moment. We'll click that share button. Let's see what Tina's got himself a copy of as we load up the next game of marbles. We're going to hit that random button. We're going to scroll down on the game keys. And Tina's getting a copy of Save Jesus. Save Jesus going out to Tina. Save Jesus on Steam. Doesn't give me a price, so I have to go there. $1.99 for Tina. Congrats, Tina. I'm going to reset, open up the next giveaway. We're doing, you ready? You watching? And clicking start on this next map. And we're doing the Twisting Tumble, next map up as I get in on Jack's side. And I'm going to queue up the next giveaway so we know what that is as soon as I get. Z, we're going to have to get to your topic tomorrow. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to do that. Where is Tina? I haven't spoken to Tina in here in a long time. Why not? There's Tina. Tina's got a copy of Save Jesus. There you go, Tina. 29 seconds left. Next game up for grabs is going to be Siberia. Siberia for the next winner. And Siberia is going to be, let's see how much that's worth on Steam. Looks like $12.99 on Steam. It is.
Okay.
Make sure
okay. Yeah. And I'm dropping down Frozen. So
We
let's see
got
if
the
there's any
Twisting
ejections.
Tumble last game here for today.
And you gotta love that 30-second call was a little bit longer than 30 seconds, wasn't it?
So what do you need to know? What can I tell the client? Am I allowed to tell the client this?
It pretty much that's what it was. And don't forget my giveaway, since I have not met my threshold for a giveaway, is going to be in a minute or two as we decide to wrap up our stream, because we need to do that because whoops, we were supposed to end a minute ago.
That's
the good thing.
right.
My next call is hold on.
I know the guy who owns the radio station.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I've got a work call in 20 minutes. So, but I still need to pee, get something to eat for breakfast because I haven't eaten anything today. And
Genesis looks like he's running away with it.
Let's see. What's my blood sugar like? This is the fun part about being a type 1 diabetic. Ooh. Technically, I'm low. 63. I'm not allowed to drive. Yeah.
And Genesis in for the win again. No scrolls
I just feel
given.
Hungry. But yeah.
We're going to be giving away a copy of Siberia next. Going to close the giveaway.
See. Hold on. Did
pick ourselves a winner?
We get? I did not get the name for the in-game name for KGB Romeo. So let me see if KGB Romeo is actually a valid in-game name.
Try, you've got Romeo? A copy of that. And then we're going to be doing 2 more giveaways here. I'm not going to make you all type it again because we got to go.
Let's just try Romeo. You know what? I'm just going to send some scrolls to Romeo.
There you go. Waldo is the next winner.
Hopefully it's the right person.
Waldo's got himself a copy of Zenus 2 White Gold. And our last winner of the day is going to be Jigoku, and Jigoku is going to win that copy of Narcos Rise of the Cartel.
And Sagewise is the winner of my game key on my stream. So let's go find out what game is Sagewise getting. And it looks like he's getting himself a copy of Taxi. That way he can upgrade his income stream to maybe being an Uber driver. I don't know, but Taxi would be a good segue for that. So congratulations to Sagewise for that. Sagewise, there is that Steam key. And let's see, what is Taxi worth on Steam?
I'm waiting for credits to roll, but they're not rolling. So going to give shout outs to Treasure Pile, the Maynard, Waldo, Nefarious Dark, more Waldo.
Taxi on Steam.
And Bridge Troll for their support.
The game is just
Thank you all.
Taxi. $5 on Steam. There you go. And the winner is Tina. So I get to send Tina some scrolls. So winner, there you go. And then Tina sending you some scrolls as well. Thank you, everybody, for the follows as well as participating in the chats. So that way we actually have something to talk about on lunch with Laz and Jack.
That's right. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. No, I don't look at chat.